Okay, I think I might be live. Right, okay. Hi, everyone. So I'm so sorry if you're, I'm just going to start talking because I can see that I don't think anyone's joined yet. If you do join and you can see me and hear me, this is my first ever YouTube live. So please do just drop me a little comment, which I think is going to appear in the right side of my screen. Please, please, please be kind. Sorry, I've just got messages and stuff ticking through. So yeah, if you can hear me, please do let me know. If you can let me know. I don't know if it's going to let me know if I get any notifications, but I've got a live chat at the side of my screen. So I'm just hoping that you can hear me. Bear with me just 1 second. I'm just going to see if anyone can actually hear me. Sorry, I'm the most technically challenged person in the world. Right, so I'm totally unsure if you guys can hear me or not. Oh yes, hello. Oh my God, Kelsey. Oh, I'm so emotional. I can't believe I've actually managed to get on it. I can see people are joining. I can see comments. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you know what? I do these all the time on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm so nervous that I'm doing it on YouTube. Why is that? Who knows? Who knows? So, for any that don't know me, my name's Jade. This is my channel, and I am basically just about to start vlogging my way through secondary infertility. I have created this YouTube platform because I've got so many feelings around fertility and that there's such a big taboo around the subject and that people just don't talk about it often enough, be that men, women, people don't know even how to support a loved one. So I'm on a mission to break the taboo on infertility and to help other people. And it just so happens that I've been blessed with this journey and we're about to start another round of IVF shortly, which I'll be giving you guys more info on. But I really wanted to come on today was to just go over the basics because it's been such a long time, and I talk to my friends and stuff all the time about infertility, and I talk to other women on the journey, and people just don't understand. And if you haven't been through it, why would you understand? So I want to come on today and I want you to ask me anything. Ask me anything about my fertility journey. Ask me anything about IVF, and I'll answer as honestly as I possibly can. And if I don't know the answer, I'll go away and find out and come back and let you know. But just a bit of a get to know me and stuff like that. So let me know if that sounds good. And obviously just pop your questions in the comments. I'm going to try and make it a bit interactive. Sorry, girls. Did anyone get that one? Right, there's your head. Should have took my bra off there, shouldn't I? Can't really see with the baggy jumper on. So my name's Jade and I live on the south coast in Dorset, in the sunny, well, maybe not so sunny at the minute, UK. I met my partner Ian back when I was 21, and before I had, well, I knew that I wanted to have babies with him, but I'd never wanted babies with anyone else before. And the last thing you ever expect is that you're not going to be able to have babies naturally, or that there'll ever be any sort of issues around conception. So we didn't start trying for babies straight away. We did that, well, we're going to be really sensible and we'll wait until we're ready if there's ever a right time. But we decided that we wanted to have our own family coming into the year of 2015. And it was when we started trying that we realized actually it wasn't happening naturally for us. And at the time I was flying, I was cabin crew for Thompson. I was flying out of Bournemouth Airport. My cycles were a little bit strange at the time, so I thought maybe that was something related. So when I went to my doctors, they did some blood tests and stuff for me, and it turned out that some months I ovulated and some months I didn't. Now that's actually really quite normal as a female, whether you might know that or not. Like, we don't always ovulate every month. We say we're meant to ovulate from one ovary and then the opposite the next month, but no two females are the same regardless of what you are told. Like, it's never actually the same for everybody. We started our little journey and ended up trying for a long time, and we were unable to fall pregnant naturally, although it didn't seem as if anything was wrong with us. We then had 2 rounds of fertility treatment. Now, there are all different types of fertility treatment. So again, if you've got any questions around fertility treatment, medicines, anything like that, please do pop me some questions in the comments. Otherwise, when it comes to me answering questions, there's not going to be anything to answer. And I've got some that I've been asked over on Instagram, but I'd love to answer questions from you guys that are tuning in right now too. So yeah, we had IVF with ICSI. We had that for a fresh cycle. So IVF is in vitro fertilization. So it's basically a process of fertilization that just happens outside of the body. So you can have IVF just by itself, which is where you will get an egg, and you will get sperm placed in a dish, and they're just left to fertilize like by themselves. Multiple sperms and obviously 1 egg. So yeah, that's IVF. We had the IVF with ICSI. Now, ICSI is generally for people that are struggling with male infertility or male fertility struggles. So that can be anything from a lower sperm count or dysmorphed sperm or sperm that doesn't quite look and move as it's generally supposed to. So I've got a bit of a story that goes alongside that, which I am going to share with you all because it's actually quite funny. But it actually is, like, I mean, as far as infertility journeys go, this is quite funny. So we ended up having IVF with ICSI, and the ICSI is where they take the egg and they take the sperm and they inject 1 sperm. They pick the best sperm out of the sample and they inject it directly into the egg. So it's really manipulated and forced to fertilize. So it just, if you're struggling with any sort of male infertility, it just gives you a bit of a higher success rate. But without male infertility, they say that there's no difference between having IVF or ICSI. Apparently, statistically, it doesn't really matter. But I can tell you personally, firsthand, you're saving yourself around £1,000 at my fertility clinic anyway, if you don't have the ICSI treatment done. So why did we have ICSI? Well, after I'd been poked and prodded and had 1,000,001 blood tests, as many of you I'm sure will understand if you've been through any sort of fertility treatment or fertility investigations, it was Ian's job to go and do himself a sperm sample down at the hospital. So he did his business in his cup and he took it down to the hospital on his way to work one morning. We got a call back the following week. We need you both to come into the doctor's surgery. It's quite important. And we're like, oh, okay. So as we got in, the doctor sat us down and in no means said to us, Ian, your sperm is, he's going to be so grateful that I'm telling the whole of YouTube this as well. So basically, they'd said to him that his sperm was battered. They'd never seen sperm in someone of his age before look like that. It didn't swim in the right direction. It wasn't shaped properly, and it was just wrecked. They just said, "What have you been doing?" And we were like, "Oh my God." Now, you probably think, why is this psychopath laughing? Well, just hear me out until the end. So we came away from there and we were a bit like, oh my God. And naturally, he was a bit like, oh my God, like, I'm going to be able to give you babies. Not a lot was said on the subject. I was a bit more like, oh, okay, right, well, we'll just sort it out. And they said, look, we're going to refer you to the fertility clinic because there's no more we can do for you. But I'm not even sure if they're going to be able to give you ICSI, which is what we're going to refer you for. But I don't even think you're going to be able to have ICSI because your sperm is so bad. Like you might need to get a donor. I didn't know what any of this meant. Like I honestly, when we were first told about to go, all I heard was IVF, and I genuinely thought that it wasn't going to be my baby. I didn't even know if I'd have the baby. Like I had no idea, and that's why now looking back and reflecting, I know how different it is. Like like how difficult it is to comprehend if you're not even on that journey. Like, why would you know? And this is why I want to keep talking about it more often. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a bit like, why are you talking about my sperm on YouTube and stuff later on? But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, you know. So we get to the fertility hospital and it was actually really quick. They referred us, and I remember we got an appointment through about 4 weeks later, which in the whole process of me going to see endocrinologists and stuff at the hospital and appointments, this was so fast. I was just mind blown how quick it happened. So Sorry, I can see I've had some new people join. Get yourself a cuppa because we're going to be talking for a while. So we get to the fertility hospital and they sit us down, say obviously this is why you're here because Ian's been battering his sperm, God only knows how. And we need to do some tests of our own. I have my test done. They do my AMH, which is your ovarian reserve. So I'm going to go off on a tangent here. I'm going to come back to that in a minute because I'm terrible. You will get used to me for this. You either love me or hate me for it, but I'm very good at going off on a tangent. I do apologise. We get to the fertility hospital and they do my test, they do his test, and they go, Ian, I'm not sure why your sperm tests came back the way they did before, because they're flipping fabulous now. And we were like, what? Well, I was like, oh, what? Like, his sperm isn't like dead. Like, he's not got no swimmers. And they were like, no, his sperm's really good. To which Ian, in front of the nurse, fesses up. I was actually really late for work that day when I had to take my sperm sample in. And I remember as I gave it over, I sort of ran through the hospital and I looked at this jar of sperm and it was all bubbly. He'd shook it while he was running and given in a sperm sample that he'd basically beaten the life out of before he gave it in at the hospital to have it tested. And he didn't think to tell me. He didn't think to tell me and the doctors when they told him that he had zero, like practically zero sperm. But he felt the need to tell me we were in the fertility hospital in front of the nurses. I could have died of the shame. Like I had no words. So he didn't have bad sperm, but we were there anyway. So we had the ICSI, and yeah, still to this day, it's a bit of a laugh and joke when we go to the fertility hospital. Like, he's the one who battered his own sperm and then let me worry about it for 4 weeks afterwards. Nice one, babe. So that's why I'm now telling YouTube about your sperm if you're watching, hun, okay? He doesn't mind. So we went on to have one round. I know, Kelsey, I wanted to kill him. So we went on to have one round of ICSI, which is a fresh cycle. I'm going to run you sort of through how the IVF works in a second as well, because let me just have a little look and make sure I've not got any questions. Sorry, I'm probably not very good at this. I need to watch some other people's YouTube lives and see if they don't ramble on like I do. Right, how do you deal with the emotions that come with going through IVF? The shaken sperm page, it was real. The shaken sperm, awful. So we had a round of IVF. It was a fresh cycle. So what they did was they down-regulated me. So I started taking an injection about 3 weeks into my cycle. And it was called abuserelin that I had. There's all different drugs people use and different fertility clinics. Obviously, this will differ. Like, I'm not a medical expert. I just need to say that I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm simply sharing my journey. Anything that I say in this video is not meant to offend anyone. I'm trying to make it a bit lighthearted and just a bit interesting for people to learn how infertility works. And I do appreciate it's such a sensitive subject. Lord, I know. I tried for a long time for my little girl, and I've now been battling secondary infertility for the last 3 years. So I hear you, sisters. We had the abuserelin, which is what we would use, which is a little injection. We have to keep it in the fridge, and you have to inject yourself every day, and you down-reg your cycle. Basically, it puts you into like a premenopausal state, so your body doesn't work. Your brain isn't sending any signals to your ovaries, and any hormones aren't being released or anything like that. It completely down-regulates it. You have progress scans to make sure that your womb, the lining of your womb, is the correct thickness for where it should be, and then you usually will have a period, or I did, but actually I didn't quite. I was meant to have a period 7 days after I started my abuserelin injection, but I didn't, and I had to start taking some tablets to induce that. And just as they were going to cancel my first round of IVF, actually, I rang them and said, look, I still haven't started to shed the lining, and they said, your dates are all going to be out now. We're going to have to start again. I'll give you till tomorrow. And I got off the phone call, went to the loo, and there she was. Good old Flo. So yeah, that was that anyway. And then once you've had your period, you start your cycle from like your day 1, and you're still down-regging the whole way, and then they will stimulate your ovaries. So it's so clever because they literally take control of your entire body. So they put me into a menopausal state. My body wasn't doing the work by itself. So then the experts could come in and sort of get my body to produce the stims, which is producing the follicles on my ovaries. So where every month, or if bi-monthly at least, you should be releasing an egg from your ovaries, your follicles will grow, and then one will be released, perhaps 2 if you end up with twins, and so on, of a monthly cycle. And that's when obviously it would be met by sperm cell and fertilized to create a pregnancy naturally. They will, for IVF, the idea is that they could collect, for a fresh cycle, is to collect as many eggs as possible to fertilize. So then you can have 1 implanted or 2, depending on the clinic rules. Every clinic is different. I know lots of people that have only ever had 1 put back. Our success rate, what they look at is what the chances are of you becoming successful, getting a successful, viable pregnancy from the round of IVF, but also they don't want to risk, and that there is an increased risk of having multiple births, which then obviously is naturally an increased risk, they say, to obviously mum and to babies and stuff like that. So that's what they just want to get, 1 viable pregnancy from a round of IVF. So I stimulated really well to the medicines, and I produced 21 eggs from my first cycle. I was so sore. Again, it wasn't an easy ride. I nearly had to have my treatment abandoned because they say anything over 20 is borderline OHSS, which is ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. I think I got that right. And it's basically when you produce so many eggs, so many follicles, but then you can get fluid and stuff in your ovaries. You do swell. It's very sore. I was extremely sore after I'd had them all taken out. So when you have your egg collection, if you ever follow anyone on an IVF journey, you'll see them talking about egg collection. It's a big day. It's when they check us chickens out and see how well we've done at producing these little follicles. So they took 21 from me. They did it by putting me to sleep. I remember being led in this theatre room, and I've never seen so many people in one room before. It felt very important, but there's a lot of embryologists and stuff. They're there to make sure that they're obviously need an anaesthetist because you get put to sleep. I think I told my anaesthetist I loved him when I was put to sleep, which is hilarious. Never really can be trusted with what comes out of my mouth, can we? Especially when I'm under an anaesthetic. So yeah, they took 21 eggs, and they did that by stabbing a little needle into your ovaries, and they suck out each egg. You're asleep, so you don't really know, but you're a bit tender afterwards. And then you go, while you're doing that, your partner will, or Ian had to do his sperm sample. Shaken though, no, not shaken, not stirred, just left well alone, thank you. And then they will see how many are, they look at what good grade they are, if they're good enough to be fertilized, and then they'll start doing the individual fertilization. And then you'll get a call the following day to tell you how many actually have fertilized. It's literally like having little puppies, I guess, to see how many are fertilized. And then you either go back for a 3-day or a 5-day transfer. Mine was done on day 3. I was super sore, and I'm pretty sure that we think that that's why it didn't stick the first time, because I was in so much pain. But again, I'm not a medical expert, and I really have no idea. There's some things you can only drive yourself so crazy over, I guess. I just really want to give you guys a good insight into how it happened for us. So we had 2 put back. We had a top grade, and then 1 down from a top grade. She was an AA, I think, or I don't know. I say she. That's so funny because we didn't get Layla from this pregnancy. That first round of IVF. So I started my 2-week wait. Anyone, if you are on here, even if it's a replay, I check all my comments. Let me know if it's a replay. If you've had IVF, oh my God, the 2-week wait though. How would you describe that to me? What would you say the 2-week wait is like? It's mind numbing. It's crazy. I'd say it's the closest you're ever going to come to feel like you're going out of your mind, in my situation anyway. So I actually started bleeding before my 14 days was up. And yeah, I was absolutely devastated. I had to go into hospital. They have to do your bloods because they have to make sure. So I had a pregnancy test and then a blood pregnancy test as well. And to make it, so, symptom spotting, Bex, like I'm telling you, like, oh, hang on, I feel a twinge in my boob, like you would never normally care about that. Oh, what's that? Oh, I feel a bit sick today. No, I'm sure I'm sick. I've got morning sickness. I'm 5 days past ovulation. I've got morning sickness. I hear you, girls. I've been there. It's the worst. Oh my god, it's awful. So, God, and honestly, I'm just trying to like channel my brain and remember what it was like back, like everything that happened, and it's so long ago, and like time just flies. So yeah, we had the 2-week wait. I obviously found out that I wasn't pregnant. Well, I knew I wasn't pregnant, and then to top it all off, because do you know what? I'm always open and honest on my socials, so I'm going to be really open and honest on here as well. I'm probably going to really regret it. My ovaries were so swollen that I couldn't go to the toilet. So I had to have laxatives, and that was lush, really lush. And I had some really nice white silk pajamas from the White Company, and I don't have those anymore. So yeah, that was a bit of a crappy month, really. Oh, rubbish month. Oh, YouTube, please don't block me for that. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. I know there's certain words you're not allowed to say on here. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Okay, I knew you'd like that, honestly. Bow, babes, bow. Oh, it was rank. But to be honest, I had bowel problems the whole way through my pregnancy in the end anyway. So it's like we actually had a bet to change the subject again. I digress. That, you know, like if any of you want to have been so blessed to have a baby, but I was definitely going to poo myself in labour, and I didn't. And I was really disappointed afterwards because I'd actually bet 50 quid on me doing it. But I never paid that bet off either, so let's hope he's not watched as far into my video. Do you like it, Kelsey? Well, do you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? Like, leave your dignity at the door when it comes to anything like childbirth, especially childbirth. I might do a little live on my birth story another day. Wishy C-section of vagina. Oh my god! Do you know what? They dragged her out in the end, Kelsey. Like, I was there for days. I don't know where she come from in the end. I think she was dropped from outer space. No, they dragged her out with some salad tongs, a nice quick cut. And from the salad tongs, it was, oh my god! But I'd been sick. I'd crawled around in my own urine when my body was in shock, where I was shaking like a dog. It was beautiful. I mean, the chances of YouTube blocking this is actually really highly likely, isn't it? So let's just pretend we're having a nice girls chat, and if no one ever sees this video again, they never see it again. I'll try hard next time. I can't help it. If I'm to me, this is how it is, you know. Oh yeah, god, yeah. I bet, Kay, real tummy muscles. I bet you do need laxatives after having a C-section. That's it. You know what? Again, I'm digressing again, but when people go, oh, it's not a real birth, having a C-section, good lord, I had the most pain from a cut down below. I couldn't imagine having a cut through all my like big, massive, important tummy muscles, and the recovery afterwards. Like, you women that have C-sections are heroes, frightens the life out of me, literally. Anyway, I don't want to frighten anyone on that's like watching this and they're having their first baby. Like, labour is beautiful, and so is motherhood, and just so amazing. I am going to go back and answer your questions, everyone. It's put questions above as well. But now I've totally forgot where I was. Oh yeah, I ruined my white silky pajamas. So then I was due to have another round of IVF, obviously. Like, I was devastated. You go through this, I can't do this again. It's absolutely horrendous. To actually, I've got to do it again. I really want this baby. Like, you know, it's like the cycle. It's like the monthly cycle when you have your day one and you're like absolutely gutted, devastated. I'm never going to get there. And then you get to where you nearly ovulate and you think, well, I'm going to ovulate anyway, so I'm going to give it a try. This month might be the month for us, you know. Hey, look, I'm feeling good now. It's fine. Like, it was ages ago since I had my day one in that awful weight last time. And then it comes to like when you're not in your ovulation window anymore, and then you start doing the mad symptoms spike again. My sense of smell is really heightened. Like I can smell everything. Maybe I'm pregnant. Oh my god! I'm gonna buy like loads of those baby guys. And when's baby gonna be due? Oh my god, this is gonna be so exciting. We're not gonna have to go through this anymore. And then you get your day one again. It was a bit like that with the IVF, really. You're like, I've got to do this. Like I've got to do this again. So I was like ringing the clinic again. When can I start my next round of IVF? Like you have to have like a couple of months off. You have to give your body time to recover. So I was like, gutted. I wanted to start again. So they done my scan to see like how my ovaries had recovered, to make sure that these little fluid-filled sacs that produce the eggs had all gone back down properly. And it turns out I had some whopping great big cyst on my right ovary, like massive. They were like, it's huge. We're going to have to delay this for 3 months. And at this point, I was absolutely heartbroken. I didn't want to wait 3 months. That's 3 more of those awful cycles I've just been telling you about, this long wait. And I just didn't want to do it again, you know? Like, I just didn't want to, like, wait that long, like, another 3 of them. Like, I'd rather just have the IVF, like, fine. Sorry, I forgot to mention, we only had 2 embryos left out of 21 eggs, 16 fertilised, and we had 4 that were really good. 2 were put back the first time, and then we had 2 put back the following cycle. So I started Googling, you know, as we all do, become like a little doctor, don't we? When you Google absolutely everything about everything, like, you know, like, we keep talking about the sperm shaker upper. Yeah, you know, like if he's got a headache, he's Googling it. He's like, well, that's it. It's game over for me. I'm so ill. I'm like, no, stop like Googling all the time. No, it's not good for you. So we were Googling and I read that imagine you didn't have to that way, we wouldn't have a little, oh no, them little soul sisters. I can't wait to see you guys when this current sit is all over. We're not even allowed to say that word on there, I don't think. But yeah, apple cider vinegar, and I had just a little bit every single day. I drank it, and I read that's really good. And castor oil, packs like on my tummy with cling film on top and a hot water bottle. I'd put those on every night before bed as well. And you have to be really careful taking castor oil. Again, I am not allowed to give you any medical advice. This is just what I Googled and just what I did, and it worked for me. I don't want anyone trying to sue me. So yeah, I went back to my fertility clinic and I begged them to scan me again. They were like, Jade, that we need to profile. I said, please, just scan me. They were like, okay. I went back in. I'm in battery saver mode. Brilliant, my battery's going. 1 minute. Yeah, so sorry about that. I was just texting Sperm Shake and see if he can find my laptop charger for me. I literally had full battery nearly when this started. So yes, mine's totally gone now. Where am I? Bells remind me. Oh, sorry, I can see I've got loads of notifications as well. Yeah, you get every symptom. It's the absolute worst. Oh my god, you are an angel. My Sperm Shakers come with the charger. Yeah, it did. I can never trust him. Like honestly, when I do my YouTube videos and stuff, he comes up and says, I'm like, oh, I'm just as surprised as everybody else by what comes out of his mouth. So I hope he knows not to say anything inappropriate right now. Can you come say hello? No, he doesn't want his face on here. Just say hello from a distance. He's gonna go in the front room and shake his sperm up. No, he's not. That sounded really wrong. I'm so sorry. Go away. Yeah, you're done. Thank you. Right, okay, we're good. We've got battery. I'm such an amateur, honestly. Right, so where was I, guys? So they scanned me and they said that the cyst had like dissipated. It was nearly gone. They couldn't believe it. They said in all the years that we've been like doing this, whatever you've done has worked. Apple cider vinegar, like got rid of this massive, great big cyst, so I could start with my fertility treatment. So frozen cycle's a little bit different. They down-reg you, but they don't obviously stimulate you because we're not actually producing any follicles that cycle. All we're doing this cycle is looking to get the lining thin, put the embryo back in, the fertilized embryo. It's already been fertilized. Get her out of the freezer first and thaw her. Layla was in the freezer for 4 months. In the end, yeah. So put 2 back. The day we went back, it was really different actually. We had a different consultant, and I remember they said, "Oh, what music do you guys like? What would you come up with if your embryologist said to you, your consultant, what music would you like me to play while I'm inseminating you with an embryo? What would you ask to be played? Just humour me now, girls, for a bit, please. Let me know in the comments. What would you ask for? I'm dying to know. Hi, Lorena. It's so nice to see you, girl. Yeah, let me know what songs you'd like to be inseminated with, because Ian asked for Michael Bublé. I mean, I love Michael Bublé. Just not sure how I asked for Michael Jackson. I'm absolutely dying. I mean, Kay, I'm surprised you asked for like some sort of football song, actually, to be honest. Hi, girl. Oh my God, I'm so lucky to have all you lovely ladies on here tonight. We were just asking, if you were being artificially inseminated by your fertility consultant, what song would you ask to be played? They asked what music we liked, and Ian said Michael Bublé. So every time we hear Mrs. Jones, out of all the songs, Mrs. Jones, that was Layla's tune. But when I was in labour, or if you can even call it labour, I don't know what it was. Honestly, I don't even have an appropriate word for that. I was in the theatre and they were giving me that episiotomy. They said, "Oh, what do you know what you're calling her? Do you know what you're having?" I said, "You're a little girl." John Legend. Which John Legend song though, babe? We need to be more specific. Yeah, so when they did the episiotomy and they were like, "Do you know what you're having?" I was like, "Yeah, girl, do you know what you call her?" I said, "Yeah, Layla." And they played Eric Clapton's Layla, and I'd never heard of it before, and now I get a little Bex, I've just read your comment while I'm halfway through a sentence, don't you? Yeah, I get a little bit emotional every time I hear Layla, but I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that, Bex. You'll probably get my YouTube shut down. What are you trying to do to me, girl? So yeah, we went on to have our 2-week wait. I actually Cotton Eye Joe, that's got to be my favourite one, yeah. I wish I was allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to play music. Like, if I could put some music on right now, we could have a little boogie to the songs that everyone's requesting for their insemination tracks. That would be amazing. Do a little bit of a remix. I don't know. Some of the girls listening to school are actually YouTube experts, but I unfortunately am not one of those. I'm the drain on the YouTube team. I'm so not good at this kind of stuff. So yeah. Cotton Eye Joe, that's got to be my favourite one. I mean, I might ask for that this time round, shall I? Shall I ask for if they say what music to like? I sound really like a bit of Cotton Eye Joe on this time. No, can you hear him from the front room? Actually, Ian loved a bit of Cotton Eye Joe when he was a little boy. His mum told me he used to dance and sing to it all the time. If I can find any footage of that, I promise you all I will put it in a YouTube video, and we'll call it the Super Sperm Shaker. Yes, so then we went on to have a 2-week wait, and actually halfway through that 2-week wait I had really bad, does anyone else relate to me on this one? When you're period hormonal and you just get that snappy craziness, when you just, and you get it come over and you think, oh God, she's on her way, because I'm livid. And I just got it when I was in town, when we were allowed to go out without face stuff on. Sorry, I can't talk about that either, I don't think. But yeah, I had this overwhelming feeling that I was about to stop. I had pains in my tummy, and I went straight into Wilco's and I bought Clear and Simple. That's all they had in there. It wasn't being really cheap. They just had the 2-for-1, clear, simple, whatever they are, pregnancy tests. Because I thought, I'm just going to go home and do it and put myself out of misery. I'm done. This is another round. I knew. And Ian was in Tenerife at the time, training on a training camp, sparring, because he was still boxing then. And he weren't even home. So I was home by myself, and it was just long. By the time I'd got home, I'd cheered up and I'd forgotten all about the pregnancy test. Actually, I think it was probably a little bit later than just halfway through my 2-week wait. Because anyway, the day of my pregnancy test, I never tested early, and I know some people do now. For anyone who is on this call and doesn't know, me and my friend run a fertility support group over on Facebook, and it's absolutely lush. It's the cutest little community of women, all dealing with IVF or baby loss, fertility struggles, anything, like trying to conceive. And it's just such a lovely little community of women, and we like have a real nice time in there and really support each other. Sorry, I've just seen some more notifications ping through. I don't know if there's like some time delay or it's me. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, for the Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah, that's it. That one. I can't believe I'm doing that on my YouTube channel. How embarrassing. Nice one. You got me there, girl. So yeah, I'd got home and I was like, I'd forgotten all about it. I woke up the day morning of my pregnancy test, and I never forget, I rang my friend and I was like, I can't even get out of bed. And she was like, get up and go to the hospital. I was like, I can't, I'm so nervous. And just had a feeling of dread over me. And I'm not like that. I'm a bubbly person. I'd be like, come on, let's just go and get it done. And I was like, I'm phoned to her, I've got to do a pregnancy test. I've got a pregnancy test in the cupboard that I forgot I had. And she was like, go and do one now. And I was like, okay. And I got out and I went and got this little clear, simple pregnancy test. And I did it while I was on the phone to her. And I put it down on the side in the bathroom and like finished my wee, as you do. Sorry, YouTube, I'm not allowed to say that either. I have to write one big letter to YouTube after this, aren't I? And yeah, a little fake line come up, and I was like, oh my god. Took a picture and sent it to her. She was like, oh my god, you're pregnant, and she was like crying down the phone. Yeah, I'm not crying tonight on tonight's live. Every time I do a live about fertility or my fertility journey, I cry. I'm watching it tonight. So I was like, oh my god, I better ring the super sperm shaker and tell him, because he doesn't even know. Like, he wasn't even home. So I rang him, and he like, I don't get in or something like that. That's what he come out with, a typical lad's comment. Yeah, and I just sat on the bathroom side and was just actually screaming at my lungs, actually. Oh my god, I'm pregnant. Okay, he's gonna kill me. He's legit gonna kill me. So yeah, that's when we found out that I was pregnant. I had to go to the hospital. So my mother-in-law took me. I met with my granny and told her, she was like crying. Everyone was crying. Everyone cried that day. And yeah, I went to hospital. They rang me. The fertility clinic rang me and was like, you are definitely pregnant. I was like, honey, I know, I've done 1 million pregnancy tests since I got back. I had like a spread of them. Did anyone get addicted to doing that? Pregnant, how many weeks pregnant on the clear blue ones? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Oh my god, I used to love doing that. Again, I'm so sorry to anyone that is on their journey and hasn't got there yet. Oh my god, like my heart bleeds for you. Like it's so hard. It's so hard. And just like, I just want to reiterate on that subject, if anyone on here right now is going through that and they ever need to reach out or need someone to talk to, like, I'm always here. I've got time for absolutely anybody. Yeah, and I'll always hold a space for you and encourage you, and just don't give up, just keep going. And yeah, I had a little bit of bleeding at 5.5 weeks. Tiny, and I mean, oh my god, it was so tiny, but it was just not meant to be there. And I had a scan, and in the next day at the early pregnancy unit, and they saw a heartbeat about 6 weeks. It was, yeah, about six and a bit weeks. Yeah, because I don't know if it was over a weekend and they didn't do the scan till the Monday. I can't remember, it was ages ago. But yeah, they saw it, and she didn't even look like a baby then, she looked like a squidge. And there was a little heartbeat there, and it was lush. It was amazing, and I feel so grateful for this journey. Like now, even though I was a bit bummed that like everyone says to you, oh, you're like your system will kickstart itself after having one baby, and you'll be able to have another one. But we've been trying ever since we had Layla, because I really wanted him close in age. And no joy. So the punishment is you are all being dragged along on this fertility journey with me. I'm just going to scroll up and see what questions I've got, and I've got like some notes here. I want to make sure that's everything that I've covered. I'm sure there's loads I didn't. And is there anything I've missed out in this story that you want to know? Have you got any questions as I'm going along? Anything you wanted to know? Let me just scroll right back up. Oh my god, we've had a laugh in there. There's so many comments. Right, okay. how do you deal with the emotions that come with going through IVF? Good question, Kirst. I think it'd been such a long time coming that by the time I was having the IVF, I was excited. I was really excited because you feel like you're like going through it constantly, like it's never ending, like these cycles, and you never get anywhere, and no one knows why you're not getting anywhere. It's unexplained infertility work, except for when you super sperm shake sperm up, and they think it's not really sperm, but then you're like, there's no wrong with the sperm. We'd have been going around in circles forever if we'd done a normal test. So I was excited to be making progress. I'm honestly someone that likes to feel like they're moving forward. If I don't feel like I'm moving forward, then I feel like I'm moving backwards. Not necessarily that's the right way to be, but that is just the way that I am. So the side effects of the medicines, the emotions that come with that, there is no one in the world that could prepare me for that, or Ian, like no one. I've really struggled with the medicines. There were days I was psychotic, probably more days than less. And honestly, if any of you watch my last YouTube video, I got a bit emotional about that, because that is something I've been really worried about this time round, is that the way that the meds made me feel last time, I'm really worried in case they make me feel like that again, because I've got Layla. But that being said, what you think about, you bring about. So I choose not really to think about that much anymore, because I've got a little girl and she's amazing. And if I never get to give her a brother or sister, I'm so blessed to have her. And I'm just trying to focus on that. And I know that's not what you always want to hear from somebody else, but it's something that you can tell yourself when you're on this journey, and it's absolutely okay. And it's also okay to want more children. Okay, I've just seen your comment about Kyle with his. Well, let's hope he's not a super sperm sugar and then Megan. Were you petrified of going to the loo after your transfer? I was absolutely terrified. Oh my God, me too. Is it going to fall back out? Like, you literally need to give yourself cystitis, don't you, by not going for a wee for that long? Yeah, absolutely petrified. Again, you don't want to go for a number 2. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It is crazy. All these little things now I'm talking about it, I'm a bit like, oh God, I've got all this to come. It's like awoken the devil within inside me. It's reminded me so much. Are you more likely to get multiples of IVF? Kaylee, yes, you are. Especially if you have more than one embryo put back, and because like with them splitting and stuff like that, then yeah, the clinics do worry about that. Again, I'm not an embryologist. I'm not a researcher in this field as such. I don't know proper like statistics, I wouldn't want to say, but yeah, they do say that with IVF. So there's my answer. I should have been patient. So let me just keep scrolling through, but yeah, please feel free to keep popping questions in the comments. I'm well aware that I've taken up 45 minutes of your evening. Don't feel like you have to sit and humour me if you don't want to. I'm so grateful that you are. Yeah, I've already answered that. She was vaginal. I had a paper. Oh my God, the stuff us women go through to get these babies and have these babies. My gosh. Yeah, I was off the planet as well. Okay, can't lie, Joe. That will still be the highlight of my evening. Yeah, oh my goodness, that you can spend so much money on ovulation kits and stuff like that. Like, and I've used some. I'm really lucky. I've used some amazing ones. I've been gifted some incredible ones. I've got a video coming soon about one of my favorite ovulation kits that I use. It's just incredible. But it's still like a real tough cycle, isn't it? It's intense. How do you deal with the guilt of trying for another? I'm right here with you, and it's so unbearable. Oh my God, I know, right? That not the jackpot question. Yeah. So mum guilt is the worst anywhere on every level, isn't it? And I think living in these times that we're in right now, we feel like everything's amplified. Do you know what I feel most guilty about? Is the cost of the IVF. That if it didn't work, that's literally thousands of pounds that I'm taking away from her. And you can't really explain to them why they don't have a sibling, and she went for a little phase at Christmas, like, Mummy's getting a baby. And then she'd go, Mummy's got a baby in her tummy. I was like, no, Mummy's got too much mince pies and a couple too many Starbucks in her belly. Not a baby, Layla, but thank you very much. Yeah, I do feel guilty, but then sometimes I have to check myself, because I now know that mum guilt is such a thing that, like, it's just a thing that you're given. And I think I try to shine a light on it like it's a good thing. It's because I care. But at the same time, I have to remember that she is so loved. We're so lucky to be able to give her everything that we can give her. And I just try and focus. I am in my mindset at the minute anyway that she is definitely going to get another brother or sister, because I can't put myself through what's coming unless I tell myself that. What would be the point? You know, like that all that mental abuse, that mental torture on myself for what? So yeah, that's kind of how I'm dealing with it, and I'm feeling all right. I'm okay. I'm a bit anxious. So I was gonna let you girls know on it. So I'd tell it goes. I haven't told anyone yet. I'm just waiting for my IVF meds for my new cycle, so it's happening soon. So yeah, I'm literally just waiting for them to arrive. So that is so exciting. So I'm really excited right now. And do you know what? I feel like, again, like sharing this journey, I feel like I'm on this new lease of life with this infertility stuff at the minute. Like, I've got so much stuff that I want to do, in helping other people and other women across the country and other couples around the world that are struggling with infertility. So I just feel like that's kind of like my mission. Sorry, there goes the bar again. That I feel like that's my mission. So I kind of feel like empowered. I feel positive. I get to share this journey. I'm helping. If I'm helping just one other person, people reach out to me all the time in a minute. And they're like, oh, so glad I can reach out to you. Like, I find comfort in your journey, and that for me is just like really reassuring. So yeah, I'm all right. I'm excited. Which ovulation kit to use? Right. Okay. So I have got the Myra. I've been sent a couple, but I really love the Myra fertility kit. It's absolutely amazing. Like, it's like this sexy little bit of kit. It's really accurate. You can get 2 hormone test stick as well. Like, it's super cool. It attaches to your phone. It's just easy. I think that's what you want when it's easy. But I will put a video up on that for you, babe. So just hit the ding dong bell. What is it? The bell? The notification bell, so you get the notifications from my videos, and you'll see that one come up soon. Sorry. How did it even feel about it? You know what? It's really funny you should ask that question, because for ages, obviously, we've been trying since Layla was a baby. Again, and then every month that we've kind of thought, if I've been like a couple of days late, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is our month. And then I think, oh, but I feel like I've got over IVF. So it's like a block that I've created from like the IVF anyway, because it is a crazy experience, but it's also really exciting now. I mean, it's going to be a bit different doing it right now with Ian not being able to come to all of the appointments and stuff, but he's still going to come to hospital with me, and we still go for our coffees afterwards, or our decaf coffees afterwards. It's just a special little journey. And he said, I just feel like we're meant to have another IVF baby. So honestly, I think we both are on the same page, and we feel like this is the journey for us now. And the fact that we can help people along the way. And I know it sounds corny, but it's true. Not enough people are willing to speak out about it, or all comfortable enough, and I understand that. Whereas I've just told the whole of YouTube that I crapped my pants. I've just got a bit mad, really, haven't I? Yeah, the ding dong bell curse. You know what I'm saying, girl. I am just reading. Sorry. So yeah, Ian's good. The super sperm shaker is good. He's gonna chin me when I get off this call, I reckon. You not see me again. Olivia keeps saying it to me at the minute. When is my brother coming to our house? Okay. Oh, that hit me in the feels, girl. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to get emotional tonight. I didn't even get emotional about me. Okay, I'm blocking you from my lives from now on, hun. No, I'm not. You just got to say, we got to keep wishing on a star, and when he's ready, he'll come. Yeah, whatever you choose to tell her, I guess, however you tell her, you just got to say, oh, wow, we have to be really good. We have to wish on the stars, and then when he's ready, he'll be sent to come and live with us. That's what I would tell her anyway. yeah, that would be my advice, babe. But I'm sending you love, and give that pretty sweet angel a kiss from me. With my 4th pregnancy, I used the Flow app to keep track of ovulation. I was grateful to certain. That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, I've heard of Flow. I know a couple of girls in our fertility support group that use that as well. So yeah, I used Ovia. I've actually just got a notification pop up. So like that's like obviously not an ovulation test. That's like a tracking app. I think it's pretty similar to Flow. There's some really good ones out there. Daddy Pig and I think I'm trying to get, oh lush, and you make the most gorgeous babies, so you should be trying again. We've got guilt on both sides, money taken away from her, and also we have friends who have 3 cycles and so many transfers. Oh, it's so tough, isn't it? I think ultimately, like, cause I don't know how I've read that, you can still have heart for your friends, but you still, if you want to have another baby, you can't hold back, babe. Like, you're on your journey, everyone's on their own journeys, and I know that you and Daddy Pig will do the right thing 100%. I love Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig said hi. And I get you on every level with the money taken away from you thing. That's exactly how I feel. And I just think again, but then my like mindset and my brain, I would normally say to someone about anything else is I'm like, money is literally paper with energy attached to it. You need to get that in your brain. Like, you'll always earn more money. But I also always say that if you can't stop thinking about it, don't stop working for it. So you got to do what feels right for you, girl. You are an amazing mum, and that baby girl will be the best sister or the best little one sibling band. And I'm sure she's going to make you feel like you've got 10 anyway, you know? Why would she not? Go on, Liv. Can't wait to get all these crazy IVF babies together when this is over. Oh, actually, Kay, yours is not an IVF baby, is she? She's just still a soul sister. Right. Dad get made feel guilty for having a tough time in pregnancy and a bad day with Layla. What do you mean? Oh, what? Like you wished for her kind of thing? Like, well, don't moan about what you wish for. Is that what you mean? Oh my God, there's always going to be someone who says something like that, though, isn't there? To be honest, I threw my guts up until I was about 20 weeks pregnant, and then I had migraines for a bit after that. I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't think anyone within the vicinity of me would have even have had the nerves to say that to me, because you know me, I'm such a shy wallflower and I don't say what I think. So you've got to get some sleep. Oh, darling, thank you so much for joining. I'm so grateful for you. It's so nice. I'm so grateful that you've all joined in, and I hope it's beneficial. I'm not really sure how this live thing works. I don't know if people are going to get to see it after the live is over. I honestly don't have a clue. I mean, I didn't even check that my mic was working, but you've all been talking to me, so I'm guessing that it is. No, they're not. They're all laughing because we called you the super sperm shaker, hun. He always likes to take the mick out of me. I was super lucky with her, not an IVF baby. Oh my God, and she is the sassiest child. Honestly, it's like she is Layla's sister, double. So funny. We have got our work cut out. You know, I don't know what these benefits of these lives are. I'll be completely honest. But listen, we are going to have this little group where we won't be drinking tea. Let's say that as these girls get older, we're just going to be on it, glugging on. Hopefully, YouTube won't ban me if I can play like music, like a little playlist. We can have a little party. How cool would that be? I've had so many comments about that, being grateful for being pregnant, and it's like, yes, I am, but it's still so hard. Oh my God, did you know what? I felt so ill at one point of my pregnancy, and I remember saying to Ian, I can't believe I've been through 2 rounds of IVF and I've been blessed with this so tricky pregnancy. Like, honestly, I don't think I can do this much longer. I feel so bad, and I know that's an awful thing to say, and at the time, like I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. I just felt so ill, like so ill from the second I woke up. It wasn't morning sickness, it was morning, afternoon, evening, break time, lunchtime, snack time, even when you're asleep sickness. I felt so ill. And people do tell you about that. You just can't comprehend it until you're actually in that situation. And yeah, it's just one crazy journey that us women go on, for sure. And And I think there'll always be someone that will try and make you feel guilty about something. Like, I mean, do you know how many people say to me, are you not grateful that you got laid then? At least you got one. Okay. Let me just surrender my natural instinct to reproduce and have more babies as a female, because hey, I've got one. You know what I mean? I had one child this week. Doesn't mean I don't want another one. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta brush it off. That was so cheesy, wasn't it? You just gotta brush it off, babe. But I know what you mean. Totally know what you mean. It is rough. The live stays active on my channel. Woo! Does this mean, come on, Lorena, tell me, is this good for me? I just want to make sure that it reaches people and people feel like we're creating a little community for women that are struggling or couples that are struggling. And I just want it to be insightful as well. I'm ovulating tonight. Well, according to my app, then girl, why are you on this go? Shouldn't you be with your super sperm shaker? What? Not me. God, he's only half listened to the conversation because I've spoken to him a couple of times on him, and he thinks he can interrupt whenever he wants now. Ball off. No, if he doesn't watch us back, he'll be fuming. He'll be like, take that down. We are incredible. Lorena, I love you. And if anyone on here has not been and checked out, there's some of the ladies on this call tonight have just got the most incredible YouTube channels, and I love them so much, and they just inspire me and empower me so much as mummies and wonderful women on here. So go and check them out. Yeah, they have no idea the hurt they're causing. Oh no, I know, babe, Kirsty, I know, I hear ya. But this is my issue on breaking the taboo and the silence, and not even the silence, the awkwardness around infertility and fertility problems and struggles, is that people don't know what to say. And quite often, when you're caught in an awkward situation, you don't know what to say. What do you say? You say the wrong thing. And that's it. It started then. It's too late. Because it's such a sensitive subject that you as a recipient are like, how dare you say that? And then they're a bit like, oh, I don't know what to say, so I'm going to avoid it. And then it creates this conflict. And this is where it spirals from. So that is all part of my mission, is breaking the taboo, breaking the awkwardness, helping loved ones support people that they know and love that are on their own journeys and that are struggling right now. And also providing and creating safe spaces and communities and being a connector of people of women that are struggling, that you can find confidence. You also don't feel segregated on your journey, and you feel like you've got a tribe of women that are there that will support you. So then when someone greets you with a comment that's not necessarily what you'd want to hear, that we're in more of a position to go, you probably didn't mean to say it like that. I would take it as a bit of an upset because it's such a sore personal subject for me. You know, I think this needs educating all round. Do you know what I'm saying? We need to all work together to break down and crush this taboo on infertility, so that we all feel more comfortable talking about it, to avoid the sort of breakdown in almost like the sensitivity around it. Like, it's not going to take away from what a difficult journey it is, but if we can talk about it and we talk about it more, it's not so when someone talks to us, we're waiting for someone to say the wrong thing. Does that make sense? Let me know if that made sense. My tea's cold. I've been talking for 58 minutes. You girls are angels. Right, we haven't covered us. What do we want to hear? What's the best advice? What should be said? Do you know what? You're not even looking for advice. Personally, for me, when it's me, I don't want anyone to advise me. I just want to be supported, you know? Just like if I know someone that's going through something that I've never been through, don't tell me, well, I kind of understand what you're going through. I don't want to hear that. What I want to hear is, you've got this, and I'm so sorry I haven't got a clue, and I'm not patronising you at all, but I just want to support you. How can I support you? I'll be with you every step of the way, and you are worthy and you are deserving, and that's it. It doesn't need to be too much. It's just there's some stuff you really don't want to say. So stuff you really don't want to hear. and you don't want people to, you don't want to feel segregated. Don't not invite us to baby showers. Don't do that. Don't segregate us. Don't let us be the first person to find out, the last person to find out that you're having a baby. Because you know that everyone's turned around and gone, I'm having a baby, blah, blah, blah. God, I got to tell Jade now. Oh God. Oh, that's going to be so awkward. Babe, I didn't really want to say anything to you. I'm so sorry. Why would I not be happy that you're having a baby? I'm so happy for anyone that is having themselves a baby. Like, my heart bursts, you know? I would never want anyone to avoid me because of that. And I've had it, and I've had it before, and it is hard. It really is hard. So, yeah, I just want to feel supported, and I'm going to do so much more on this over the next coming months and stuff, because we just need to talk more openly about this stuff. We need to break the taboo, and we can only do that when we all speak up and speak together. So I feel awful for feeling awful about my first pregnancy because I prayed and prayed, then I got so sick in the hospital so much and I had a hard time enjoying pregnancy. Of course you did. And you thought, why have I done this to myself? Because you're a human, and as humans, we feel in the moment. And how you feel, you can't always come from a place of, oh my God, I'm so grateful every single minute of the day. My God, I'm a grateful person. But sometimes you just got to feel your emotions and let them go. Have you ever said something and 5 minutes later, I didn't mean that? It's exactly the same. It's just your feelings. Just feel it and heal it and move on. Don't feel guilty, babes, at all. Don't feel guilty. Yeah, 100%. I'd rather people say, I'm so sorry, babe. I don't know what to say. I've never been through this, but I'm on this journey with you now because I love you, and I'm going to help you with this, and I'm going to be there in any way you need me to be there. You tell me. You know? You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to start Googling while we're not pregnant. You don't have to do that. You just have to listen and just, yeah. And send them to us. Send them to our support group. It's a free support group over on Facebook. Connect them with me. I'll talk to anyone. As you well know, I've been rambling on for over an hour. I'm being surrounded too. I'm in someone to bed now. You smash your thumbs. I love you. Listen, girls, has anyone else got any more questions? So I'm gonna wrap this up. We've been on here for an hour now and I've had such a good time. I was so nervous when I came on and it's been so lovely. I think I got across what I wanted to get across just for my first live Q&A on fertility and everything related to that. So I think I've got everything that I wanted to say. And I just hope that you all found it really beneficial. If you haven't yet, will you please do me a little favour and go over to my subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because it makes such a big deal. It makes a difference to me, and it will also help you guys you put the ding dong bell on. I think it's a notification bell. I'm going to Google it in a minute. I'm going to YouTube it. Then you'll get notifications for my new videos and stuff like that as well. I've absolutely loved having you all here. I'm just so grateful for every single one of you coming on and just joining me tonight. It is definitely okay not to be okay. I'm open and ready to accept and treasure a new baby into my life. What a gorgeous affirmation. Oh my God, Lorena, I love that so much. I absolutely love you all so much. I'm so grateful that you've tuned in. This is probably like no other live that has ever gone on here, but hey, we had fun, did we not? I love you all so much. I'm going to leave you to it and I will catch up with you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye.